Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG Build Guide Edition. Today I'm ready to drop on you my brand new Sabertooth Beastmaster for last Epoch, pushing 1,000 corruption and crushing Aberroth. As always, I will show you every single facet of the build. Everything is timestamped in the description below if you need to bounce around. Let's not waste any time and jump right into this. Alright, starting off with some gameplay. Now what you're looking at right now is 850 corruption Sabertooth, and the skills we are using is of course summon Sabertooth as a Beastmaster, Swipe, Frenzy Totem, Warcry, and Fury Leap. And every skill we use is designed to buff our Sabertooth. And the damage is coming from Sabertooth's ability and our new Ancestral Sabertooth. So a new couple of nodes that were introduced by EHG on the Sabertooth tree allows the Sabertooth to trigger its own Ancestral clones around him, which does damage. Those are those little cats you see running around. So you kind of have a pack of Sabertooths. And ultimately, very simple. You leap, and your Sabertooth leaps with you. You use Swipe. Swipe will always trigger the Sabertooth's ability. You can manually trigger the Sabertooth's ability when you use Frenzy Totem. It'll frenzy the Sabertooth and reset its ability so you can use it again. It'll also make sure where the Sabertooth double casts its ability. And then Warcry, since it has a cold node, is going to boost its damage and its critical strike chance. So again, everything is around boosting that kitty cat. And even at 850 corruption, it is just tearing everything apart. Let's finish off here. This last enemy. And I will show you Aberroth. Okay, Pinnacle Boss, Aberroth. And it's funny, for this fight, we really don't do a lot because normally Swipe is on cooldown. So all we're doing, we are very, very tanky with this build. We have tons of damage reduction. So ultimately, just let the Sabertooth do its thing as you continuously buff them. Aberroth is all the way in the corner. Sabertooth is practically unkillable.
The void comes.
And kill threshold. You're gone. We've killed Aberroth like 10 times today testing out Sabertooth. Let me show you how to recreate this build. So now let's break down the skills, starting with our damage dealer, Summon Sabertooth, and I'll try and point you into the right direction on what nodes you want to take first. Now, the first thing we're going to do with this skill is go up and snag these two nodes. This is what actually unlocks your Ancestral Sabertooth, your hunting pack, and these are the new nodes that came for Season 2. So what you're going to do is take Ancestral Hunter, and you're going to take Ancient Bond. That way you got a pack of cats running around. Next thing you want to do is come down and snag this tree here. This is going to boost your critical strike chance and your critical strike multiplier. You're then going to come to the right and boost your attack speed. Now, there is two ways of playing this, and I kept going back and forth testing it, going to the training dummy, killing Aberroth. So if you don't like this version, it is very, very simple. You take out this node, and you take out 3 points into this node. So these two, you snag 4 points, and you go up here and take Pounce. That way that every time the Sabertooth jumps, it uses its attack. I used to play it this way, which is still great. It actually gives you a little better clear speed, but playing it without Pounce and you are manually triggering its ability is going to give you a huge boost in area, stun, but more importantly, multiplicative damage, which helps you with single target. So two ways to play it. You could use Pounce or you could use it this way. This way is also quicker on Aberroth. Moving over to Swipe. First thing you want to do is come over to the left and snag these nodes and tree. This is going to give you your kill threshold, and this is going to make it where every time you use Swipe, Sabertooth is going to use its ability. Next thing you want to do is come down here and snag the mana node. Even though you're attacking every 1 second to 2 seconds, you will need this to get some mana regen, which is nice. You're then going to come down and you're going to make it where your Aspect of the Panther is actually going to work for your Sabertooth. And you can maintain 4 to 6 stacks of Aspect of the Panther, believe it or not. And that's going to give more global melee damage and ultimately just support your Sabertooth. Moving over to Fury Leap. Fury Leap, first thing you want to do is come down and snag all of these nodes here. This is going to give you and your Sabertooth Frenzy. It's going to cleanse, give you life, give a boost to melee damage, make it where the companion moves with you. Next thing you're going to do is come over here, give it less cooldown, and make it invulnerable. Make yourself invulnerable just for added survivability. And then you want to pull enemies in. The more they're in a pack, the more the Sabertooth just helps with clear speed. Final 2 points don't matter, so we just take less mana cost. Moving on to summon Frenzy Totem. First thing you want to do is come up and over. Frenzy effect, melee base, replenish companion ability, and make it where the Sabertooth's ability is double cast. Very, very important. You're then going to come over here and get less mana cost and more global melee. That does help your Sabertooth as well. You're going to take health regen, which will affect your survivability. You're going to give your Sabertooth haste, and then last 4 points are going to go up here to give it more duration and more health. Last but not least, our Warcry. First thing you want to do is come up and to the left and snag this node, Bringer of Winter. This is going to give the Sabertooth 100% critical strike chance and 100% chill chance. You then want to come over and cut the cooldown in half, make it where it pulls enemies in instead of pushing out. Again, this helps with clear speed. You're then going to come down and cleanse ailments when you use Warcry. And the last points are going to come up here into critical strike chance, which is going to give the Sabertooth a 200% critical strike increase. The last point I had, I just put it in some frailty stacks. Those are the skills. Moving over to the passive tree. At time of recording, I am level 100, so we have all of our points starting in the base Primalist tree. And pretty standard setup. For this build, you want as much strength as you can get. That is going to boost the Sabertooth. So we took strength, health regen, we're dual wielding, giving ourselves more life, transferring that Hunter's Restoration onto our Sabertooth as well. We're then going up and giving ourselves more base life and the Sabertooth more life. And lastly, Cornered Beast, which gives us damage reduction at low health. Moving over to Beastmaster, where we currently have 87 points into this tree. There is a lot that helps our Sabertooth. So you're going to get 16% DR, another 15% DR from Aspect of the Boar. We only have one companion because Ancestral Sabertooth don't count as more companions. We are using Aspect of the Shark and making it where our companions get to use this as well. Boosting attack speed, boosting health regen, boosting base physical, transferring our endurance onto our Sabertooth. Super boosting Aspect of the Shark with Ocean Maw. We are taking more damage reduction with Aspect of the Boar, increased attack speed, increased critical strike chance, increased critical strike multiplier, again, both for the Sabertooth. We only have one companion as well, so we're taking Natural Bond, and 10 points up here into Ancient Might for strength and more melee physical for the Sabertooth. We currently have nothing in Shaman and nothing in Druid, everything into Beastmaster. Those are the passives. Moving over to last Epoch tools, we're going to break down the blessings, idols, and gear, starting with blessings. Now, what I've taken for this build is some more flat life, all resistance, endurance, physical resistance, and health regen. Health regen being my favorite. And just know you could switch out any of these based upon your needs. If you need void resistance, if here you need critical strike avoidance, like you could switch these out based upon your gear. Moving over to idols, and we do have a lot of different idols on here. Now, these littler idols I always use to just get my resistances where they need to be. So just feel free to use little idols to help your resistances. The other ones I'm using is health and elemental resistance, melee critical strike, minion melee critical strike chance with minion melee damage. And those are the same over here as well. So those are the idols. Now, moving over to gear, there is a lot going on here. We have set items, we have exalted items, and we've got legendary items. So a lot of different pieces of gear, and we're going to go through it one at a time, starting with the set. We are using the 2-piece set of the Last Bears set, and we have it on our helmet, and we have it on our gloves, which is going to give us endurance threshold per strength. And again, we have over 100 strength, so it does help us with some survivability. Moving over to the armor, we're using the new Mantle of the Pale Ox. This is great. It's going to give 2 to skills. It's going to give strength. It's going to give movement speed. It's going to give health. And it's going to give DR to yourself because of your minion. Unbelievable item. I'm jealous of this body armor. Very, very good. For our rings, we're using Ribbons of Blood, and we're using Phantom Grip. If you feel like you don't have enough critical strike chance, you can use 2 Phantom Grips as well. But we were okay, so we used Ribbons of Blood. For our belt, we're using Spider Silk Sash for the resistances. Boots, this is going to take care of our reduced bonus damage from critical strikes. We are using the new Amulet, Inheritance of the Erased, critical strike multiplier, minion damage, and health, and this transfers over to your Sabertooth. And lastly, we are using the Vessels of Strife, which transfers your health regen into ward, which works perfectly with the cleaver solution, which of course makes your intelligence equal to your strength and helps you give you ward retention, which gives you a lot of ward. I have over 3,000 ward just standing still. So that's the gear. There is technically nothing required, like, oh, you can't make an Ancestral Sabertooth or your cat's going to suck if you don't have this item. So there's not like you have to go find this stuff. But if you want to push end game, these are my recommendations from a gear standpoint. So now let's talk leveling. This is not a leveling guide, but kind of get you pointed in the right direction. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm a Beastmaster, Shaman, or a Druid, I practically level with the same 3 skills. Now, the first skill you get access to is Summon Wolves, and this is what I like to actually use. And there's 2 different nodes that you want to get. This node right here, you can summon wolves up to your companion limit. And then over here on the left, 1 to maximum wolves, 1 to maximum companion. So you could basically build yourself a wolf pack. The second skill I like to use is Swipe because of this node right here, Wild Calling. When you attack with Swipe and hit at least 1 enemy, you have a chance to call forth a Spirit Wolf. So you got a pack of wolves, and then as you're attacking, you are making Spirit Wolves, which actually spec into minion damage. And then you can come up here and get kill threshold, which just helps you with bosses throughout the campaign. The last skill I like to snag is Warcry. First thing I do is I cut the cooldown in half, and then I come over here and snag this node to give our wolves that 100% critical strike chance and chill chance. Again, just it makes it easier to traverse the campaign. So what you are doing is you are using Swipe, Warcry as your wolves are just tearing everything apart, and then you use an unspec'd Fury Leap on your bar so you can still jump around and traverse quickly. You will fly through the campaign. All right, everyone, that's the build guide. What do you think of my new Sabertooth 4 last Epoch? Is there anything I missed? Is there anything I can do to take this to the next level? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I earned it. And if I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. We are 900 subscribers away from 100,000. Again, just blown away by the support from this awesome community. Check out actionrpg.com. This is my newly launched alpha website. It has creators like myself, Babbling Bike, The Curse, Frozen Sentinel, Slaydra, and more signing on each week. The website will continue to develop over the year, and hopefully it's pretty special when it's done. I'm done. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.